multiple teams, especially on the part of Pashy, who has probably had this feud with Flipside Tactics for as long as I can remember. You know, you want to go back to Famous and to Swarm and now to, you know, Crown and Jewels, and it's just going to keep going. It's a never-ending cycle, but here we go, Game 9 of this Best of 9 series. The last game of the RLC Pro League. It's right now.
This is what it all comes down to. This is the final showdown, high noon in GFH Stadium, and right off the bat, Flipside makes the opening move.
Marky Duda drives that in with force. Just puts it in there. Actually goes off of Pashy, I think. Just a collision of everybody there, but it's credited to Marky Duda. But huge goal there to open things up, and you know, I mean, this is what they have to do. They're throwing their car in front of that ball. They're trying to shut down everything clever and creative that Flipside could possibly put together and keep that defensive going, but now they have to turn it around and go back to playing offense. They can't let Flipside maintain control.
They certainly can't. They're going to have to get some offensive moves in on their own. Patchy's going to go for this aerial. Doesn't quite get the hit. Killer number 7 was in the center of the field, ready for a potential follow-up, but ball is just too fast and unpredictable. And so, will that one goal, I mean, we haven't seen many goals in the last game of the series at all. The highest scoring match has been the 7-3 by Flipside. But ever since then, things have just calmed down. Both teams getting big chances, but not really converting. So that one goal that Flipside has might just all that they need to win it all. There's still so much time left for Crown and Jewels to try and even it up, but they're going to have to work hard for that.
Yeah, they are. I mean, they haven't been a lot of early goals, at least in these really tight games. Usually these goals come like the midpoint or later in the game, but you stop. But they really need to come together here and just tie this thing up, and maybe even complete what has been a very unexpected comeback, all things considered, if they can pull it off.
If they can pull it off. I mean, I think we all hope to see them pull it off, because it would make for the most exciting finals in Rocket League history, perhaps.
I'm just asking for one thing. I don't care who wins. Give me overtime. Give me overtime in Game 9 of the finals. That's all I ask, and I will be a very happy shoutcaster, to say the least.
Yeah,
but
you can certainly share that sentiment. Oh, what a big touch from Siki, leading the ball towards the goalpost. And now we have to see a quick counterplay come in from Crown and Jewels, but it gets thwarted immediately. Killer number 7 blowing up micros in the complete opposite corner.
That is too bad. That was a good demo, and they just weren't able to follow through on it and turn it into anything. But man, did they need that. They needed to disrupt the defense of Flipside, but it wasn't enough. Not even blowing up and part of their team is enough to disrupt this defense sometimes. And we've seen the same out of Crown and Jewels, who's been holding out against Flipside and standing up against everything that could get thrown at them. Looking unbelievable.
Unbelievable is perhaps the perfect word to throw at this game. Pashy's going to go for the aerial micros, does win out, prompting Crown and Jewels' defense to rush back home. To defend against the push that will no doubt come from Flipside Tactics. Marky Duda wants to keep the ball in the dangerous position. Siki has to get the touch there. Here comes Micro, and that's the 2-0. And that might just be all they need.
That very well may be all they need. That play kept developing. They couldn't clear it out, and Siki just puts a little bit of contact on it. It's just not enough. You cannot lightly tap that ball when Flipside is barking at your gate or hammering at your door or whatever you want to call it. When they're at your goal, you have to clear that thing out, put it in the corner, put it to the wall, put it somewhere, but certainly not on the hood of Cooksy or Mike or Marky.
Will that be the one mistake that cost them this final?
They have to strike back now. Like, they have to get a goal within the next, I would say, 10 or 20 seconds to really get enough time to try and put another one away.
They have 1 minute and 20 left. Patchy with a clear shot. It's blocked by Marky Duda. Siki with the follow-up. Puts it against the goalpost. Up into the air it goes, where it's an easy clear for Marky Duda, excuse me. And Crown and Jewels just desperately trying to put the ball up front. Siki is going to try to get a shot here. Gets knocked out of his path by Cookster. 1 minute is remaining for Crown and Jewels to score 2 more goals. If we ever have to see Clutch and Jewels, it is in this game, and that is the first step.
Oh, what a beautiful goal. They were setting it up. The shot just comes up and Killer reads it the whole way, gets a beautiful angle, and Pashy cross-checking Cookster out of the way to make sure that shot goes in. Now they have 51 seconds. That is a ton of time. Oh, if they can pull this off, what an amazing story it would be.
It certainly is a whole bunch of time for Crown and Jewels to try and make something happen. Killer number 7 pulling the ball up front. 40 seconds now on the clock. Siki in the corner. Killer number 7 wants to keep control of the ball. Flip side, all in offensive formations. Nobody's back home for Crown and Jewels. They have to get the ball out of this position, and they do. 30 seconds now on the clock. Killer number 7 going to try to go for the shot, but Marky Duda knocks it out of from away from his path. Pashy 90 now got his hands on the ball, and up into the air it goes. 20 seconds on the clock. Cookser 97 getting an aerial here. Pashy 90 does have to get the clear. Now trying to get past the flip side tactics defense. 10 seconds on the clock. That's the final countdown. Will they be able to get a buzzer beater goal? Killer number 7 is going to try to get the ball up front. Siki with the pass over to Pashy. It goes in! That's it!
Pashy! What an unbelievable back and forth. Look at this exchange between he and Siki. And a massive, an utterly massive 2-second goal to tie the game up. I don't believe it.
I cannot believe what is happening in this final. We're not done yet. Ball still up in the air. Siki just wants to get that ball as far away from the goal as possible. Here we are, game 9, overtime, and the grand final.
Thank you, Crown and Jewels. You've given me overtime. Now, 1 goal to win it all. Oh my God.
1 goal will decide it all. Crown and Jewels bashing 90 back to the goal, and that's it. Crown and Jewels are the season 1 Rocket League Central Pro League champions.
Unbelievable. What a comeback. What a story, and what a unbelievable victory for Crown and Jewels, who has just won the RLC Pro League.
This has got to be the most exciting, the most amazing game of Rocket League that we have ever had the pleasure to watch and cast. Ladies and gentlemen, Crown and Jewels take first place in the Rocket League Central Pro League here. And yes, we have switched places, but no.